Oh, it's on. I think it's Saturday, May 31st, 2025. We're up at Paul Lake. We just paddled up. Doesn't look perfect over here, but maybe just nice enough to keep everyone away and keep the lake still-ish. But for a Saturday, it's not busy. People have looked at the sky and given up before they even got out of bed, right? But I feel the wind coming at me. It's blowing the board backwards. But I think we're going to cross the lake right away, which is different for me. I wouldn't normally do that. Yeah, so I hope you can see okay, whatever I'm doing. Yeah, the glass, it's nice enough out here. If it stays that way, we'll go right across with that forest field chain. Yeah, all my stuff's in there. A little bit of air out, a few rolls. Camera's still on? Oh, it is. Okay, let's go. Hello, crow. Ooh, that was silly. I think I may have underpumped the board a little bit. That feels okay. The sun hits it, it'll bring it up to snuff. You can see me okay? Yeah. What's this say? Swim area. A couple people over there on paddle boards. Okay, we're going to head across. I'll turn this off for a little bit. So far, I don't think... It looks windier down the end of the lake by the cliffs, but we're not going there right away. I just want to cross the lake. Right here. Might be really nice just to cross right here. The board definitely feels a little bit soft under my feet. I don't know if I like that. Of course, I don't have the pump with me, right? We live with it now. It'll be alright. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for a minute or two. So this is what it's like to be out in the middle of the lake. Not in the middle yet, but we're working our way out that way. This happens to be sort of a fairly wide spot of the lake, too. So it's deceptive. It takes you a little while to get across. Okay, I'll just turn it off for a few. Yeah, it's me. Look, we're offshore. Look where we are. We're in the middle of the lake. Oh, there's a loon right there. Hello, Mr. Friend. Wind's just starting to pick up just a little bit. But wow, it's peaceful back at the park. A few people on the water. This was a really good idea. Okay, Barry, turn the camera off. Mr. Loon. I hope that's recording. These type of lake crossings, they remind me of paddling places like Clearwater Lake, you know, where the distance just kind of blurs, you know, the forest, and then all of a sudden the detail starts to appear, or landscapes or campgrounds just kind of appear out of nowhere, right? It's hard to judge the distance when you're out on the open water. I like the illusion of that is kind of nice. Yeah, very enough. Here we are. We've crossed. A bit more wind here. It's blowing us kind of right at shore. Well, not quite. And see, now I got something to look at. Open water is challenging for me. You finally start getting in a rhythm usually by the time you cross, where you just sort of meditate and you think about your muscle fibers and flexing, and then just try and keep true to your course because you don't have any reference, right? So you look at the shore. Wow. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Wow. It's blowing us right into shore. We'll steer out a little bit. Isn't this nice? So I've just turned ourselves downwind actually, and that'll take us down to the other end of the lake, the bluffs, the bluffs and the other little campground, which is what I intended on doing this is sort of the undeveloped side of the lake. There's a trail inside the forest there, but we'll have to do it sometime too. Isn't this decent? I did find my mic and everything, by the way. It was exactly where I left it. You know when you just go blind sometimes? Have you ever had that experience where it's been right in front of you? You swear you looked there. Like in my instance, it was right in the case. I couldn't believe it. I know that sounds crazy, but we've all done those things. Very nice. You see this? Lake level's very high. I'm paddling over stuff I wouldn't normally be able to. Logs that are just kind of pinned under the water. Like, look at this. All these logs. Usually you never could come this close to shore in some of these spots without zigzagging more, right? And definitely harder to find an off-piste right now. Like there's no... Wow, that's cool going over the birch bark tree. Look at that. This has been really nice over here, but if I'm doing a piste, I'm getting close to these boats. I'm going to pull in here somewhere. Maybe. I'm going to pull in here anyway for a minute. Maybe do an on-board piste, if I can plan it right. This is kind of cool. That's deep, man. I'm going to try and do a little off-piste. This is also exotic looking and so lush. This side of the lake is much wetter climb. You know, the other side gets more sun. Look at this. How nice this is. This is on sort of the Harper Mountain side, right? Wow, isn't this nice? Little lagoons. Lost Lagoon. Wow, it's pretty in here. Come on, Mr. Bear. Somebody. Ooh, some of those trees would be a nice big skywalk in there. Ooh, I gotta watch out, man. Some of these twigs could knock me in. I gotta be careful. I think I saw a turtle here a long time ago. I wonder if he still lives here. Oh, look at that big tree. Ooh. Reverse, man. Reverse. Isn't this cool in here? Look at this. That big tree right there. Yeah, there used to be a turtle lived in here. I don't know if he still does. The log's been in the water a long time. Look at all the moss on it. Same position. Mr. Loon. Very nice. Where's that turtle? There is a trail that runs along the mountainside here. From this little campground thing I'm going to take you to. And I can't say I'm really familiar with the trail. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Sorry, I decided to turn it on again. Some of these spots are just so nice. Ooh, there's a big gusty wind at our back. Whoa. Go. Nature. Still some beautiful trees right next to the water. Wow. I think the park is, some of this side is encompassed in the park too. Well, it is. It's just not as obvious, you know. Oh, look here, we got a sunken dock. Water's nice and clear. Huh, that's quite big. Oh, I gotta watch it. He's sunk. A fish on down there. Can you see him? Oh, it smells so nice along here. Like you say, this is real wilderness, man. What does the sign say? Nesting area. Please do not disturb. Ducks Unlimited. As per section 34 of something or other act. Yeah, we're not disturbing it. We're staying in the water. Look at that root system. The whole thing went up. Look at that. It's like a whole patch of trees went at the same time. They were all tied together. You hear that? There's some oaf idling in a gas motor and talking loudly in the middle of the lake. That's okay. We gotta start somewhere. Look at this. Lots of driftwood. Look at that. This thing's barely floating. There's fish in here. This is pretty in here. If I was a turtle, I'd live here too. Look at that log just waiting for a turtle. Oh, there's something in the forest here. What is that? I can see something walking in there. No joke. There's something in there. I think it's a deer. It spotted me now. It's directly in front of my camera. I saw the ears. There's an animal in there. Is camera on? I hope. Yeah, it is too. Could be part of that nesting area too. There's ears. I think it could have been just a deer laying down, but it's hard to tell. There's the oafs making all the noise. Can you hear me? There's two kids out idling in a boat. And the wind would push the boat as quickly as that in the middle of the lake. Why would you want to pass noisy, polluting, killing traditions, drinking traditions like that down to your kids? I don't know. Look at this, how pretty it is. All that guy's doing is making noise. It's fucking oaf. Fucking oaf. This thing's still on. It is still on. The fucking thing is but alongside me all the way down the fucking lake. They should ban those fucking motors. Look at this. Isn't this cool? A little dock. Isn't that better, discovering stuff like this instead of just idling some shitbox boat down the middle of the lake? Oh, there's Looney Boo. Huh? I know you don't want any more of those boats either, do you, Loon? Could almost, this video could almost be an ancient docks tour. Look at this one. Here, we'll try and get down the other side of them over here. And hillbilly boat tour. You guys see that there? Pretty cool, huh? I like how they get low in the water when the logs start to get waterlogged. Seeing that grows a nice mossy cushion for you. It grows its own carpet. Pretty cool. That's a sturdy one from the day. Well, here we're at some kind of a beach. What does that say? I can't really read that. Oh, clothing optional. Paul 8, clothing optional. There you go. I guess you just go float here with your stuff out, I don't know. Or you find a piece of moss up on the shore. Clothing optional cove, that must stand for. And this is it from the inside. Oh, there's 2 loons in there. Oh, I gotta back out before I hit my nosy on that, which I just did. Okay, let's roll out of here. I wonder if we could sneak through here. I like doing this really slow stuff. It teaches you how to control your boat. It can be very subtle things when you're going slow, but very important things, right? See, I got lots to look out for here. Things from the bottom, things from the top, the wind, and we're through. Home free for now. There's those loonies that boat took off on me. Well, he's still there. He's just a little further away. I can't hear him quite as much. Any snakes? Any turtles? Nothing yet. I'm sorry, farmers market, because it is Saturday. But I really had to get a good paddle on today, and I wouldn't have got out here early enough if I did the farmers. We'll catch you next week. Unless some other emergency comes up. Emergency paddle, right? But no, I suppose I probably still have time. Might even have time to stop on the way home. If I wanted. I don't know if I will or I won't. But this has turned out to be a really nice little paddle. Weather is very calming and comfortable. There'd be a nice little off-piste right there. Look at this place. Even got a little log in there to use as a bench. Okay, that's nice. Is this thing still on? Yeah. Hello. Can you see that? That's the bluffs on the other side. So we've traveled from the provincial park on the opposite side of the lake. Now we're down across from the bluffs. We got a little bit of a tailwind, which is nice. And I'm gonna dead end myself in here. Watch out, trees. No big deal in the lake, but they will knock you in the water and you could get scratched. And ooh, that fish just jumped out of the tree, it looked like. Or you get wet, right? The fish, he looked like he jumped out of the tree, but most likely he jumped out of the water into the area of the trees. Oh, fishy. I know, I'll spread the word, don't eat me. Yeah, it's still me, hello. It is me standing on the paddleboard, yes. No selfie sticks out here. Just taking a little break, man. Don't need one. It's so nice out here. Yeah. Very nice. Come on, bear. Come on. Hello. But some places you can get really close to shore, right? There's a lot of stuff to get tangled up on. And you can just cruise. See, look at how nice this is. Lots of things to see. Isn't this nice? What's wrong with this? I'll tilt the camera down a bit more for you. Isn't that cool? Bug report. No bugs. No mosquitoes. Isn't that a pretty slope? Oh. That smells nice. Yeah, Paul Lake is real. It's real wilderness. It's really a pretty place. Look at that. See under the water? Yeah, there's the bluffs over there. And we'll cross, but we're just about at the little campground over here. Or not campground, picnic ground. on the cabin side of the lake, opposite the Gibraltar Bluffs. Bluffs. Pretty. Here we're coming up to the end of the cabins across from the bluffs, and this is a little picnic area. We'll be up in here. You can hear that creek. I think I gotta go around the end of these logs. I think I'm gonna pull in a different spot right here. Those people are just leaving. I'll go in here. This is so very different. The water is very, very high. I'm going to try and pull up here. Going to have to get off in the water, but as long as it's not too deep. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, it is a bit deep, but nice. Isn't this a nice little place? Hey, our own little secret spot. Look at that. It smells really nice in here. There's some people over there by the campground, but I don't even think we need to go over there. We got this spot to ourselves. It's perfect. But just over there, there's a picnic table, and there's a washroom, and there's a parking area. I'll show you some of that before I go. Well, that was lunch. That was 2 oranges. And I'll see if anyone's still up here in the campground. Not a campground, picnic area. Let's take a look. Those dandies are tall, aren't they? They're dandy. Oh yeah. Looks like things have cleared out. They've really dressed this up nice in here. Look, they put these logs in here to sort of barricade it off. There's a few big trees in here. Little pit toilet up there, and you can see away off through there, there's a little parking lot with steps and everything. Yeah. And we sort of did an off-piste over here. This other section off the other side. Now see, this is sort of the main thing ding. They fixed that up a little bit too. But definitely high water. But definitely suitable for swimming. It's not deep there. There's not too many rocks or anything, but it's a great little area to have a picnic too. No bugs, bug report, no bugs. Got some delicate little blue flowers in here. Look at how bright those things are. Wow, are they ever bright on my eyes? Have you guys seen how bright those are? Maybe should I show you a quick parking lot? So we've walked up from the picnic tables a little ways, as you can see. Got all this open area. There's your toilet over here. And it continues on up this way. So let's go. And to end up here, you pretend like you're going to Harper Mountain. You turn off along the road that follows along the lakeshore to the cabins. There you go. That's what it looks like out that way. There's a house here. Cool. But no water, no fires, just a pit toilet. And plenty of parking. Day use, you got a little place to swim. And it's nice. Well, let's hit the road. Birds make some weird noises in there. Those crows, I don't know what they're doing, calling the Sasquatches. There's cedars in here, right? These are cedars. Characteristic of a damp climate, right? That's why they get enough snow just up the mountain there to have a ski hill too. Cedars, man, that's cool. Here's the campground from the water, if this camera's still on. We got lots of wind pushing us to shore. Yeah, they've cleaned it up a lot in here. It used to be kind of tricky getting in here. They've moved a bunch of the logs out. But there it is. And this is where the cabins start, right here. Most of the cabins are on the opposite side of the road, all of them really. And then the road and then the beach. Beach or wharf access. But deeded land on this side of the lake, where the other side, where I started today, is not. It's leased. Indigenous leased, native leased, whatever you call it. See, we got a headwind right now, which is perfect because we're going to go back the other way anyway. But for today, we'll just take you up just to the end of these cabins, just a little bit, just to show you how posh it gets pretty fast here. Okay, maybe we'll go a little ways. Pretty posh setup, big boats, ski boats. But again, like most of these places, see, there's nobody out on the decks doing anything. Maybe it's just when the weather's perfect, but it just always reminds me how people just don't seem to utilize them as much as you'd think they would. Like a little lock off to your wharf. It's pretty cool. I guess that's how you do it. We've got the wind at our back now, which is the opposite. I'm gonna get, as soon as we went around that point, I don't know, I don't want to go down that way any further. I'd rather be out in the middle of nowhere. Should we cross over to the cliffs? Yeah, let's do it. wind tornado in here, so this will be fun. See which way it's going to blow us. So far, so good. The other side's actually a prettier paddle. We got a few waves in here. Wow. But the waves seem to be going to where I'm going. See, I got the wind at my back again. The little tornado in there. Yeah, I'm definitely going the right lane here. Watch those cross waves. I can feel them. Gotta get my sea legs, right? Yeah, no, big water. Okay, do I still got this thing on? Turn this off. We crossed. Now we gotta decide which way we want to go. Around the bluffs to the right is home. We're going that way eventually. But we want to explore over here a little bit, seeing we didn't do the cabins. Well, you can see the bench there. That's at the trail that comes from the Paul Lake Village side to do Gibraltar Summit. That's where the trail kind of turns uphill. It's only about probably a 5-minute paddle from the bluffs to get to access it. Yeah, very exciting. There's the cabins. See, it's not that far up the lake. So still right now. It's so nice. Oh, isn't this nice? Oh, look at all those fish. Florida. This thing's still on. Yep. The cliffs. What's that? They call it the Sasquatch. Is this thing still on? Yeah, it's still on. River's high. The river's high. The lake's high. I like going around these cliffs like this. You guys like this? Let's go on. Water access only. Better turn this off. This camera's been on forever. here's the rope swing. I think that's why we turned the camera on, wasn't it? I don't know. We're going to have to turn it off pretty soon. We can't run it forever, so we might have a clip or two more, but this is running a bit long. This is Paul Lake, man. Saturday instead of the farmer's market. Perfect weather for a paddle. I started the camera again, and I just wanted to all these people paddling down the middle of the lake. I still don't get it. Do you guys get it? Why did they do it? Why did they do it, do you wonder? Look, there's two of them, one guy coming this way, one going the other way. Why would you do that when you got this? It seems so strange. Sorry, man, it does not compute. Yeah, off piste, look at this little spot, eh? There's not a lot of beach anywhere. I'm standing in the water. But what a nice place that would be to swim. It drops off there really quick. Everywhere in this loch, right? No, it drops off quick, but the water's not cold at all. Yeah, I think we're going to make our way back to the campground and probably be on our merry way pretty quickly here. What do you guys think? Time to go? I think so. It's probably time to go. Gotta go back home, see Ivor Boy. Just the perfect paddle. We get the wind at our back on the way home. Enjoying life. Very nice. You hear this grass on the bottom of the board. It does slow you down. I just decided to go through it for fun, for effect. Stirs up a lot of fish when you do that. I can see a lot of fish. Yeah, we're getting a good helping hand from the wind. Yeah, pretty cool. You got your middle of the lake paddlers and me. Everybody else is in the middle. That's so weird. Please somebody tell me what that means. Come on, I need a bear. Come on, come on. Come on, bro. Come on. We need a bear. Hello. Birdies, come on. A bear. Bro. Now this is weird. I think they moved all this floating grass down here. It was in front of the beach last time I was out here. Am I correct? It wasn't here before. They must have towed that down with the boat or something. It's floating stuff, right? It does float. Look at that. It's kind of, they've closed off this dock area. That's kind of cool. You can't even get in there now. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it was never like that before. See from this side? Very nice. It's just perfect weather. It just keeps away most everybody, but it's still 100% pleasant. Wow. People got to stop looking at the weather reports, I'll tell you. And take their chances, right? Maybe they might have some fun. Okay, let's turn this off. I've got an obstruction. Obstruction. .9. That'd be a nice big lake boat. Need a bigger lake than this to really enjoy that. Or that'd be good on the river. It's just right for all that stuff. If you gotta make noise, go out in big bodies of water, right? In my opinion. Oh, we got some squabs. See if they let me go right by. You guys gonna let me go by? Wow, look at all of you. Cool. I can see all of you in there. Wow. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. At least 14 of you. Hello. How's the water today? Squabs. Where's your wings, man? Where's your wings? Eh? Hello. Hi. Well, it's so nice out here right now. I don't even want to go. I gotta pack.